specific player who you got reunited with at the beginning of the split, Abbedagge, a long-time Schalke 04 teammate, I feel. He played really well, I feel, and he stepped up during the G2 series and during this series also today. And there's a MasterCard play of the day that we want to play here. Game 1, LeBlanc, triple kill bot lane. What was communication at this moment, and how do you reflect on your mid laner's improvements over the course of the past?
Yeah, I mean, comms here were a bit hectic. We were like, okay, try to survive and buy as much time because Abbe will come. Because I think Abbe at this point in the game was very strong, so we kind of knew that we were cleaning up. But I feel like also they're just misplaying. But I mean, it's been incredible growth, you know. If you look at Abbe at the beginning, you know, his first week, even after the sub came out in Spring Split, where VTO when it got subbed out for him, his performance was like, you know, a little bit shaky. But yeah, after week 1, I think even, I don't know when he had the last bad game, honestly. It was maybe like even week 3, but it was a little bit shaky. But I think he started getting a lot more confidence because if you think about it, his situation was not the prettiest when he came into Excel, especially when you come into Excel at 10th place after being on the bench in an A, if I'm not mistaken. And there was a lot of pressure, I think, on him to perform and also on the roster. So it hasn't been like an easy time for any of us, you know, especially for him, coupled with the splits being a disaster and him being like, you know, everything's on the line for him because already, you know, you can say he hasn't had maybe the best performances in recent times and stuff. And usually people forget about you quite easily. And I think once he got more comfortable with us, he started shining a lot more. And I think he's just doing an exceptional job, especially on these champs right now. I feel like he's one of the more versatile mids we have in the league right now because I don't see a lot of teams being willing to, you know, trade all of these OP mid laners the way he does.
How do you rank Abbedagge among other mid laners, Jamada, and how do you rate the impact that he has within this Excel lineup and what he can provide?
It's almost a hard question because I feel like the mid pool is so stacked, but at the same time he's had so much growth, right? And his ceiling has improved so much. I think for what he provides for you guys, I think it's almost that you can't really put a value on it, I feel like, when you watch how you guys play. So I'm not even necessarily going to place him. I just feel like this formula that you guys have with Abba is working, clearly, right? And I think what he's bringing, like you say, is being able to trade all of these picks and happily sit in any matchup, it feels like, is basically just freeing you guys up to play whatever you want in draft. And I think that freedom is probably giving you guys a certain level of probably, you know, comfort as well, I suppose, in knowing that he's not necessarily going to go into any matchup in a negative position either.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the drafts a lot in the playoffs and also in group stage. There's a lot of teams who are like struggling to I mean, that might just be team diff as well, or like coach diffy, you know, because maybe you're just having like bad drafts or bad meta read. But for us, it's like, yeah, the fact that he is so comfortable into anything frees up a lot of us on the team to, you know, find better situations in draft for ourselves.